Hey there and welcome back. So today, as you know, I like to look at I'll do like a little review on other parts to do with the hobby apart from, the obvious trains, coaches, wagons, that sort of thing. And I've got a couple of really cool ones today. Now, one of them is a first for me. Well, first one that I fitted lights to, so that's kind of like a special, I suppose you could say it's a one-off. And then the other one is a really cool little find, and kind of toying with the idea if I could make it into something more, but even if I don't, then it's absolute cracking model as it is. So let's get down to the desk and let's have a look at these couple of wagons that we're going to look at today. Okay, so let's have a look at the first one, and this is really cool. Now, I do have not really an issue, but I do have a bit of a thing with these models that I'm not so keen on, and that is that obviously, as you can see, it's on a bit of a plinth, it's secured down, and if you want to take it off, and if you look underneath, we have these weird and wonderful triangular screws. Now, these screws are okay, and on these ones, as you can see, they are quite easy to undo, but sometimes these screws are done very, very tightly, and they're a bit of a pain to get undone. And also, it means if you get one of these models, and if you don't have one of these screwdrivers, as most people tend to have, like a posi or flathead screwdriver lying around, then it means that you're unable to take these off, and then you have to, like I said, go and get a set. Now, I mean, I got a set off, I think it was Amazon. It wasn't too expensive, but it does mean if say you just get the one model, then you've got to get a whole set for one. So it would be nice if the way that these were, it'd just be nice if they kind of use the same type of fixings, if you will. But it doesn't take anything away from the model, it's just it can be a little bit of a pain. So that is my only little thing with these. Apart from this, they're absolutely fantastic models. So what I loved about this one is the fact that this is called Teletubby. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So this is as we can see here, it's a Volvo FH12 LED screen, and what that means is that inside of here, in the real thing, obviously you'd have all the workings inside, and you'll be able to open this, and they'll be able to show whatever they wish to via the LED screen what's fitted to them. Now, one thing that I had as an idea with this, and I'll just quickly turn this round, is that here you see this would be the openings. Obviously these would pivot up and you would see the screen, and part of me was thinking about if I could maybe try and get a small enough screen into this, and that could be kind of really cool, a bit like a mobile cinema or something like that. That would be absolutely fantastic. So what I'll do, well, I've got that bit there, let's just quickly take these screws out. As you can see, these ones are actually nice and free. The fire engines, what I've got, some of them were in so incredibly tight, I don't really understand why they were so tight, but as you can see, this is a absolute cracking model. All the wheels and the axles are free to move. So let's do what we normally do and have a quick look at this. So as you can see from the inside, you've got a lovely bit of plastic there to represent the windows. You've got moulded wipers into the plastic, which isn't a bad thing. You've got the name Teletubby on the front, which again I think is so cool. You've got a depiction of the extra bull bar fitted to the front. You've got all your chevrons. I mean, the way the livery has been done on this, it really is absolutely fantastic. and it's definitely one that they have gone to town to. And I've got a couple of these, and again, they are so good with how they've been done. Now what I will do is I am going to say, please do not try to use that number. I have not tried it. I don't know if it's a real number or anything like that, but please don't. Just know. So if anybody is watching this isn't a number for anything or anyone that I'm aware of. So I just feel like I need to put that out there. So if we look a bit closer at this, and as we can see, we've got the wheels are picked out really nice. You've got the central hubcaps are picked out in the green. You've got the really nice chevroning going down the side on the side rails, and that really does look good. You've got your drive and your tag axle. And your tag axle, the hub's not been picked out, it's been picked out. Sorry, actually I've got that wrong because it's the other way around on this one. The drive axle, sorry, hasn't been picked out, your tag axle has. You can see that the chevrons are carrying on all the way around the back. Again, you've got the replica of the curtain sliding roof. And this has been really nicely done. You see at the back, you've got your access doors. Again, you've got where the roof is closed down, you've got the chevrons along the back. You've got a really nice depiction of the rear lights on this. Now these are just painted, they're not a clear plastic, but these two look really good. You've got a registration plate fitted, and then going around to the other side, like we just saw quickly before. I don't know what's going on with the camera today, it seems to be playing up a little bit. As you can see, we've got the openings for the screen or screens. You can see you've got a really nice depiction of the livery on this side with the chevrons, and even underneath on this you can see you've got your fuel tank. Now this bit here is just a solid piece of plastic, but if you kind of look to one side like that, you can see it does look like they've tried to make a bit of a thing with the prop shaft going through to the back. You've got your differentials going from transferring from your tag axle to your drive axle, and you've even got a bit of a, or trying to, looks like they've tried to make this kind of moulding a bit like your gearbox underneath your engine and your front axle. So yeah, they've really done good with this. And there we go, just to confirm it. So underneath you can see there it's got Oxford. So yeah, so Atlas is a version of Oxford. I thought it wasn't, not sure why I questioned it at the start, but yeah, this is fantastic. And then as you can see, one thing what's really good is that you've got the screws holding the body down on this too. So if you wanted to try and do something with this body, then you can quite easily unscrew it, you can modify it. And again, that thing with the screen, that may be a possibility. It's a bit beyond my technical knowledge to do that. I mean, I'm sure it's something that I could pick up and learn, but yeah, so absolutely fantastic. And just quickly, because I did forget, you can see there you've got the wonderful rippling effect to replicate that lovely curtain sliding roof. So it's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I think this I found online, this was about £7. It's an absolute bargain when I got this, and absolutely love this. This is gonna look really cool on the layout, especially because I could leave this parked up in the bit of a yard that I've made. So right, that's the first one. Now let's have a look at this second one, because this one's a bit cool. Now I know you will have seen the thumbnail, but I'm going to start off from the front on this one, and the reason why is this, because due with the 1,000 subscribers and what I'm going to be planning, I've had some stickers and everything made, and I decided to put a couple on this, and we have a we have a one-off model railer breakdown wagon. And those stickers are brilliant. They're literally just the perfect size to put on the side of this. and absolutely made up with how this has turned out. So this is a Oxford rail one. I got this for Oxford diecast. I got this for £20. Got this online. I think this came from TMC, from the Model Centre. So a great little find. Now, as we can see, this one is a nice Scania. It's all plain white. And the reason for getting the plain white one was obviously so I could have a little go with this. Now we've got, on this one, the wipers are moulded into the screen again. We've got the brilliant grille, we've got the bull bar on the front, we've got the extra lights up the top. You can see here we've got the massive air horns fitted. We've even got the mirrors are painted the same colour. Now on the back, there's been no colour picked out to try and make it look like the mirror glass, but that doesn't matter. As we can see, we've got all down the side. Like I said, it is a plain white colour, but obviously the reason for trying this again. Now some of these ones, I believe the more expensive ones, these do actually move and come out, but on this one, as you can see, it's fixed into place. We've got a great picking out of the lights on the back. I said there's no massive livery on this one, but obviously again it's because of the labels what I've put onto it. And yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. Now if I turn this underneath, you can see we've got like a kind of a moulded bottom of a gearbox with the prop shaft going down. We've got our 2 drive axles, as you would find on these. They've not linked these up, but for the most part on these vehicles it would be twin drive. Now, as you can see, there are some switches under here, and this one I've been having a play around with. Now, if we go here, you can see we've got what looks like a thick cabling running along the front and down side, and this is my work. Now, it's by no means perfect. It's the first one I've done. There is stuff that I would change and do differently, but it did take me a while to do this one. I fitted this one with lights. So we go underneath. Let me just remember. Yeah, that's it. And that's it. Right, okay. So as you see, I've tried to paint a couple of these white. I've left that one silver, just so I know which one that is. But if we flick this one, we have our front beacons. If we then flick this one, we have our top beacons. And then as an actual little bonus, if we flick this one, we have our working lights at the back. And like I said, there are things that I would definitely change about this. I wouldn't have as many lights on the top. These LEDs, they all flash their own little way, and it does take these ones a while to go out of sync, so I would be more careful with the choice of the LEDs. But again, this looks fine. But yeah, I will have a better way to hide all of this wiring, because while I've painted it to match, and it does look like it's just cabling, so it has given it a good effect with the way it's been twisted. I definitely would like to do this a bit better. As you can see, there are a couple of these lights are just about starting to go out of sequence now, which is what I like with those type of lights. But yeah, so what do you think about this? We've got our double work lamp at the back. We've got our emergency flashing lights on top. We've got our flashing lights on the side. Now, I have seen some of these and they've got tons of flashing lights down here and stuff. And don't get me wrong, they look brilliant. There's so many lights on them. They do look really good. But I've tried to keep this a bit more like real world if possible. And obviously if you want people around this and they're here, you know, where all the flashing lights, where all the working equipment is, you're not really going to be able to see what you're doing properly. So yeah, so this is absolutely brilliant, and I'm really made up with how this has turned out. So could this be something that I do in the future? Quite possibly, if I can. I think I'll definitely get another one and do it differently, but yeah, I am for the most part really made up with how this has turned out. And with the securing screws on these, they're just normal posi screwdrivers. Also, this was a little bit more difficult to do, because looking at this you think that you've got absolutely tons of room. You actually don't. You only have these little thin side pods here like that, and that's why there are the switches and everything underneath, because this has got 3 batteries inside of it to work all of these lights, and I've had to put small batteries in as well. So try and do something with that bit and make that a bit more accessible. That would be fantastic. But yeah, so we have there for you a couple of absolutely cracking vehicles who are going to be a brilliant addition to the layout. And yeah, absolutely made up, and I'm so pleased with how this one's turned out too. So it's a little something different for this week, and yeah, a little bit of a thing. Possibly this may come at some point in the future, I don't know, but yeah, we will just have to wait and see on that one. So anyway, I hope you've liked this week's video. I hope you've liked this a little something different, and yeah, absolutely fantastic. So with that being said, and in fact, there we go. In fact, it would actually be the other way around, getting ready to tow it. There we go. Brilliant. So with that being said, thumbs up, like and subscribe if you would. That'd be absolutely fantastic. It's free to do, and in moving forward it will help out so much with the channel and everything. And thank you so very much for everybody who does or already does. Thank you so much. And with that being said, we shall see you in the next video.